and welcome to another interesting episode of Chit Chat on Viewer Television. My name is Chinwe Nwokocha and I'll be your host today. Well, as you know, I don't do this alone, so I am joined with my beautiful co-host and an in-house guest.
Hello, people.
Hi, people.
Introduce yourself.
Patient City as always.
Yeah, my name is Nonso Chekwas.
It's good to have you on Chit Chat today.
Good to be here.
Good to see you. You actually look really beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I said it earlier.
Yeah.
Thank you. There. I love this hair, I love braiding, but I'm done with braiding this year.
Why not?
Don't worry, we'll talk about that. Alright guys, Chit Chat never fails in bringing you the best of the best. So here on Chit Chat, we'll never fail in bringing you the most interesting, entertaining, and most importantly, educative stories that may affect you or affect someone you know. We'll be going on a short break, and when we return, we'll be talking about JAPA. A name that has suddenly become universal. I know you know what JAPA means. Stay with us.
Let's get to advertise your products and services on our platform. Viewer Television is here to give your business a boost with a touch of professionalism. If you're a brand owner, entrepreneur, proud business owner, let's place your business in the face of your customers. Contact us so we can talk business on 081-2121-2278 or info@viewertv.com.ng. Always remember, we are here for you.
Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is Chit Chat on Viewer Television. Before the break, I told you we'll be talking about JAPA syndrome. But, I'll have to read the angle out so we can all flow through. Now, Mr. JB is asking, majority of Nigerian women are at risk. Okay, he's rather saying, it's not a question. So, he's of the opinion that majority of Nigerian women are at risk when taken abroad. He went further to say that the moment they discover that women have a lot of rights down there, they become very rude, unruly, and disobedient, knowing fully well that they can put the man in trouble and benefit from it. This sounds, it doesn't really sit well with me. Why would anybody want to put the husband in trouble because you traveled abroad? The whole mindset, the whole narrative is not make it make sense, ladies.
Because me now, I'm going to come from this angle.
Okay.
When you see this kind of situations, men complaining about one thing or the other, to me, I feel it boils down from how your relationship was when you were at home.
Okay.
Than when you were abroad. Because a situation where you travel and your wife decided to change on you, or your partner decided to change on you, it shows that you have really been treating them not right.
Right.
So when they reached to a society that there was this platform for them to be accepted, whenever they lay complaint or they voice their whatever,
they understand their rights more.
Yes, they understand their rights, and there's this
room for expressiveness.
Yes, there's this acceptance and there's this action that is being taken. You find out that these people try to just use what they have. Right. That's how I feel.
Okay.
And another one again boils down to your personal life.
The personal life of the woman or the husband.
Or the husband. Because now, I don't even want to say that, because there are some men too that will shift ground when they travel abroad.
Yeah.
Their character will also...
their character will change.
Okay.
So now, when a woman does that, because I've seen cases where nurses, a woman...
Sorry, change for better or change for...
No. The right. I
Right.
have the right to talk, to tell you that this thing that you're doing to me is wrong.
That's for the man now.
For the man, yes. And the woman will be telling you that I have my, there are cases like that all over. You see men complaining on social media. I took her abroad and she chased me out of the house. So it's there, it's everywhere. So it boils down to how you treated them before.
Okay.
Before.
So you're saying if you treat your wife right here, there's no point changing attitude or feeling. You wouldn't even be in a position to even feel that she has changed,
Yes,
because
there are couples that are doing very, very well
well
together.
abroad, yeah, that
Yes,
valid,
together.
valid,
Together.
valid,
Yes,
valid,
together.
valid. Okay,
So me,
let's
I want
go.
to punch a hole first thing. You guys talk.
Honestly,
Because for him to, in the beginning, say that the moment they discover they have a lot of
Right.
there,
Yes.
it means he has already known and accepted that
the
women
father.
don't have rights here.
Yes.
point blank.
That's the number one thing. And
Okay.
then you're like, okay, so you know that women don't have rights here. Let's even just paint a scenario of, we saw the trending story a few weeks ago of how a man beat up his wife and she went to the police that should have her back, and she was, I know we saw that story,
Yes,
and
yes.
she was chased and the policeman told her to go
Go
back.
and
Go home and so.
The
In fact,
first thing on my mind would be like, if this thing happened abroad,
in fact,
the
it
story would have
happens
been
here in the
different.
country. Yeah.
The story would have been different because
course.
first of all, because you
because-
know what you are going to get, you will not even
You
Try.
behave
to
well.
beat. So, but it still boils down to, like you're saying, the character of the woman or the man down here at first. The society shouldn't make you change.
Right.
Anyway, except maybe when you were here and you were calm, you felt that it was because of oppression or suppression. Then it is a good thing for you, the man, that as you have gone there,
Because
the
let me
society has exposed her real true
self,
self.
the true self, because Nigerian women, we tend to endure a lot. I don't know if I should attribute it to poverty or just what people would say. You don't want to leave your marriage. Some people say because of my kids. Some people even go as far as saying, if I leave, my family will not accept me back. And then it still boils down to the society. But when you go there, you already know that the society supports you.
backing.
Exactly. Right, so you're able to know what to take and know what not to take. So these men with their African mentality, being used to the former, they tend to see it as you being unruly, while it's just you being self-aware, right? Okay.
I've been trying to say something based on what you said.
Okay.
You see, our parents, our grandparents, our mothers, they've been there, they stayed, they'll tell you that whatever it is, where will I go? As a mother, you hear them say this kind
Yeah.
of things. Where will I go? This is my husband's house. No matter what it is, they'll tell you to cope, they'll tell you to endure, they'll tell you that as a woman, yes, things will happen. But in other societies, we have equal rights in different societies where the woman, if I saw one video where one man said, if they maltreat your daughter, do a effort for her to come back. Do a very beautiful party.
Yeah.
It shows that if you are not doing something that is right towards this person, I'm bringing her back home. But our own here, they will tell you, no, if you go back, it's either the society will laugh at you. So the women tend to endure a lot of pains for so long that when they have freedom, they just explode.
There's exposed. Yes, I think, like I say, I think it's culture. Our culture
Yes.
is what is. So it means that when we travel there, this culture is not really imbibed in us because we really want to change stuff. I've seen a scenario where people will also say, how come a Nigerian or an African man, when we are here, you want to, your wife does everything for you, she does all the cooking, she does all that. I have friends who are abroad with their husbands, and she will tell
You
you
see
that
the husband
the
cooking.
moment they traveled, her husband was a different person. Their marriage wasn't working here. These are different people. Their marriage wasn't working here. The moment they went there, their marriage began to work because the man changed. He saw that there is a system that would not allow him. So why did he carry his culture over there?
Exactly.
He would have continued with his culture there.
Exactly.
So that's actually what is affecting us.
So-
until today, this thing is inside almost every woman's head. That whatever you are going to do, just remember that once you are married, you are bound to endure a lot of hardship, a lot of sufferness, a lot of that's if that's a word, a lot of suffering.
Ikapa.
Do you understand? A lot of suffering, a lot of maltreatment, because I will call it maltreatment. A
and
situation
some
where
even end up dead in the process.
this is it. Violence, domestic violence.
Is
But again, I saw another story that in Lagos, women have been beating their men.
yes. Now
also that.
talking about domestic violence, right? It goes both ways. It's just that we hear more about that of the women,
yes.
but I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Now talking about these women going abroad and changing character. And then you made mention of the fact that someone you knew that when they were here, their marriage wasn't working, but they traveled abroad and they started splitting things. Is it because they don't split things in Nigeria? Like, a lot of there's this African mindset that the man is the provider, the man must provide, the man must run around and all of that, fend for the family. But when you go abroad, you see husband, wife, all hand on deck. They are working to make ends meet, take care of children and all of that. They balance everything. So now I feel this thing they call when you go to the Rome and you behave like the Romans. They've gone to Rome and they are behaving like the Romans, right?
Yeah.
Can I just say something? These people have laws. Their laws have been implemented and it has been working.
Are you saying we don't have laws?
We don't have laws that are specific to wanting to make marriages and everything work.
Like that.
The only thing you see that happens is that you're trying to get a divorce, you go to court and they just keep trying to frustrate you and because they are trying to give you. But we don't have laws. But over there,
we don't have laws that favor women.
That favor women here, and like I was saying before, that is why you find out, and I feel like it is a major reason why you see that they don't want women representation. They keep suppressing so that we don't go up there because they know that we'll begin to clamor for laws that favor us. Talking about things like law, my sister and her husband are abroad. Like I was telling you guys before, even when they were going, that was when I even got to know. And his sister-in-law was telling the both of them, whether you like it or not, I know you love her, but you must treat her right because if you misbehave, you are losing your house because he owns a house.
Yes.
You are going to lose your house.
You are in Rome right now.
So you can imagine that those kind of, if you have those kind of laws here, trust me, because you don't want to lose your house, you will find out that let's talk like Bible now. The way law of Moses will make you will love and respect your wife. Before you know it, you finally begin to love and appreciate your wife. So it's all about respect. And here, people are forcing people don't care about things that create mutual respect. But when you go there and before you know it, you now end up saying, oh, okay, so I can respect this person. But some women that go there and change, I'm sure they are paying you back for what you did here. That's why when they go back, they're like, this thing, and for what you did me here, I'm going to show you
the maltreatment.
When we go there. Because I don't think a woman should change to a man who was loving and respecting
the man who you love. Yes.
Did you see a story that trended 2 weeks ago, last week or something, where a lady a lady has been in the UK, the husband eventually joined with the kids. The lady was to pick up the kids and the husband at the airport. She went there, picked up the kids and collected their passports and left the husband there.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, I came across it and I was like, really? So going further, she said this man maltreated her when she was in Nigeria and all of that. He treated her, he was very inhumane to her. That's the word she used. So I was like, was that not so extreme to him?
That was
right?
so extreme.
That was extreme.
That was so extreme. And I always say this thing, when it comes to family, you should always put your kids in every decision you are going to make. Whatever decision you are having, always put your kids, because these things will affect your children. Your children will grow up with this. My daddy, my mom said my dad did this, my dad said. So there's this imbalance of thinking that comes to your children.
At that point, you were just thinking about yourself.
You were just thinking about yourself. Okay, you brought this man and he's with your children. The small thing,
you just left him stranded.
Little courtesy. Take him to your house, eat, and tell him, okay, now let's agree as adults.
Exactly.
I'm here. You are not going to stay here. You are not going to live with me. You are leaving, but my kids are staying with me.
Or at least let's see if the man continues behaving the Nigerian way or not.
I know happens a lot.
The children are always in the middle.
2 or 3 people that this has happened to that. In fact, because their marriage could not work in a place like Nigeria. It was intentional that even through counseling and the rest told them you people should move abroad to work, and it began to work.
Wow.
So there are so many ways to these things. In my mind I was like, oh, was that not going too far? What if it didn't work there? That you people,
at least they know they've tried.
Yeah,
so just imagine the small example that you gave. They had issues. She went to the police station. They say go back home.
But that happens. We see that.
Even the relationship.
No,
why would they keep doing that?
Well, that would be a topic for another day. I think that should be all right, guys. I hope you're picking one or two from this very interesting story that borders on JAPA and change of attitude. We'll be going on a short break, and when we return, we'll continue the discussion. Stay with us.
Hey, let's get to advertise your products and services on our platform. Viewer Television is here to give your business a boost with a touch of professionalism. If you're a brand owner, entrepreneur, proud business owner, let's place your business in the face of your customers. Contact us so we can talk business on 081 2121 2278 or info@viewertv.com.ng. Always remember, we are here for you.
In this 21st century, where all the information we need is now in the palm of our hands. News from around the world, entertainment, celebrity gossip, sports, and much more.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining, this is Chit Chat and we are on a comment session. I'm going to be looking at some very, very interesting comments that some people have dropped based on this topic. So let's check our first comment. Okay, Jack said, this boils down to poverty mentality. So a woman who was born abroad or frequently travels abroad knows her right, that she knows her right. Again, for a woman to turn against you abroad shows how you have maltreated her in Nigeria. Guys.
he kind of made 2 points there. A woman who was born abroad and frequently travels abroad. You're not coming to give her the I took you abroad, you're becoming rude to me or becoming unruly to me. Guy, I'm from here, so whatever you see is what you get. This is who I am. I know my right as a human being. And then the second one is that what was the second one again?
The second one is talking about the part where
you treat your woman right.
Yes, treat your woman right.
Because like we've been saying, if you treat your woman right or your husband right, we're all humans. You should be kind. Treat every human right.
Yes.
If you treat her right here, there is no point changing to who she is not there because she's abroad. It doesn't make sense. What do you think?
It's that they say charity begins at home.
If he said something about right, knows her rights, for me, I don't think that holds water because she knows her rights there, but those rights or more like laws are not implemented over here.
Yes.
So it still doesn't make, she can just talk and blab all she wants, but it doesn't hold water, it doesn't hold anything, maybe in law or case or in time when
no she's referring to a woman that was born abroad that knows
frequently travel
her rights. Okay, knows her rights already.
Yes.
So when she goes there,
as a citizen of a civilized country.
If you are getting married to somebody like that, you have to behave.
You have to, okay. So
you grab right.
I get his point. So you're trying to say that those kinds of women don't even need to go and change.
Exactly.
They already.
This is who I am,
and that is who they are.
And again, he mentioned something about poverty mentality. I don't see how that's. I don't know. does that mean that women that are being maltreated are always poor or something?
I said earlier that women tend to endure a lot of things they wouldn't endure abroad down here because of so many reasons, which poverty is number one, if you ask me. I think that is where he comes in.
Poverty in the sense that
the man is doing well.
She is not the financially stable person.
one.
So because she's dependent on him,
the man,
so she takes it in. Oh, now I get your point. So now when they go abroad and she has
I'm
her
doing
right
something.
to work,
I know my
she's
rights.
doing something, you know, and you also, of course, you know that for the bills there is not joking.
Yes.
You know that you are depending on her bills. So
even if you're not, even if you're not 100% dependent on her, but at least you're splitting the bills. Yes.
So when I say depend, I know that he's depending on both of them bringing stuff together so that they can create a balance.
A balance, right?
He knows that if she takes that away, everything is on him, and the bills there are not joking.
Okay, let's check another comment. Okay, another person commented saying, "You people should specify the kind of woman you'll take abroad." So quick to push the wrong narrative about Nigerian women in diaspora, but never the good side.
Very valid point, if you ask me, because enough is not being said about the good Nigerian women in diaspora. There are women holding it down there. You and I know. There are women who has been there, who traveled before their partner, and they held it down, invited, till the partner came, and the kids as well.
But and I know of someone too when she the husband and all of them were traveling abroad. This was actually in church. Like I remember very well, like it was a point of my pastor was so intentional about praying when he was praying for her, because he knew that this kind of thing or women
could happen.
But there was a point where he said, "And we're confident that you are not that type. You are not that." So like you're saying, there are also women that you know that you can beat your chest and say that no, anywhere we take this one to,
I got you.
This woman remains.
I got
this
you.
woman is still she's still that person. So are we saying it doesn't happen? It does happen, but like he's saying, we should begin to give it up for the women who go there and hold it down, hold it together.
And not retaliate or revenge or do the same treatment that they've been treated.
Yeah, because it's not like they actually change. In quotes.
They've been enduring it.
They don't change.
Alright, Tony said, "This is the consolation that men gives themselves when they've wronged their wives all the way from Nigeria before relocating abroad. You know your wife, you know yourself. A couple who understand each other and have a wholesome family will not believe this."
And the person say, "Why won't men just treat their wives well?"
Right.
At the end of the day, with all these things we are talking up and down, it still boils down to just treat your woman
Treat her right.
nice.
Yeah.
Treat her right.
Treat her right.
Especially since you even know that in Nigeria she doesn't have laws. Is that why you now want to
Kill her?
do her like
Do
just
her bad.
That is where you should even look at her as, I'm sorry, maybe we don't like to teach her that weaker sex to do that, because she doesn't even have rights here. So let me treat her right. But you want to use it and you now want when she goes there, she should still now, but just treat her right anywhere you are in this world. Universal laws are universal laws.
Yeah.
Treat your woman right, even inside hole or outside.
I agree. I think that's why a lot of men, let me say the single ones that traveled abroad, are always shouting, "We are lonely." Anyway, it's not just about the men. I also see the female ones shouting, "We are lonely here. We are lonely." What is wrong? What is going on?
Whether you like it or not,
Nigerian guys travel abroad every day.
It's very complicated abroad.
So why?
Because of these people, they know their right. They can do anything. They can decide to leave you today, being with you just today. They decide to say
having come abroad.
The Western world.
I'm not talking about the Western person. I'm talking about Nigerians that migrated from here, both the male and female.
Because the
why can't you
relationship
meet
will
and
never
start
last.
up something?
Relation,
When
because
they are there.
people that are
now.
going there, we are experiencing freedom, especially the women.
I am like,
I'm
not going to come and be under somebody.
Why will you not?
But
Definitely you're going to be under somebody. That's not the point. The point is that African men, that's their way the African man in
They
quotes,
still want it to be.
they don't, it's not obtainable there.
Yes.
That is why they cry lonely, lonely, lonely. And the funny thing is, it doesn't happen like that when they date those Western women.
No, it doesn't.
Have you seen the way they date and worship literally
And provide
those women?
You see that? I don't know if people saw one tweet. It was trending one time where the guy said, "I don't know why when these our African men are here, the woman you are backing the baby you are doing, but we see you there, you are there trying to say, oh, my baby is trying to sleep, I'm making breakfast in
They
bed
do
and
all
everything,"
that.
and they just flip.
Nanny
They just become another thing.
Yes.
You see them pushing on the stroller and all of that. We have
Taking
kids
them
here
to
that
school.
can take strollers. You're
Taking
doing
them
all
to
those
school.
things. But you see, that's where it now boils down to culture and your own morals as a human being.
It's a human being.
Just do that. It doesn't have to be a white woman or anybody before you can do that. If you have it in you to do it, why can't you do it for an African woman?
That's right.
I think that masculinity and everything, it's in our men. They feel
they exert it
Yes.
more
Them when they
here.
are here.
More.
You see them when they are
More.
here.
They
But
use
when
it
they
more
go
in their
out,
own life.
when
Yeah.
they go out, it drops down.
it's not functioning.
It's quite unfortunate we didn't get any man to join us on the show today to talk about these very
making case
interesting,
for
at
themselves.
least honestly, and it's actually men's week. So we're not trying to antagonize our African men or our Nigerian men. You guys are actually the best. So happy men's week to you all. But y'all should treat us right,
Treat your women right. If you treat her right, she will not go abroad and leave you. She will just go there and just be a very submissive and loving wife. You guys will build that thing that you have been planning here. You build it.
Yeah, I saw
And
you
you guys
guys
will be big.
today. She said, "Who cares about these classes of food? Everybody just wants to
Yes,
right
now.
man.
Yes, now.
Balanced diet."
Yes, now.
Very simple.
Very
Very,
simple.
very simple.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Do you have a take home for us?
Like my take home is still, women, just be nice to the men anyway. Just keep being nice to them. These men too. Let's just make a case for them. They are going through a lot.
Exactly, but
please,
that's true.
Men, there's a lot they are taking in. As it's a men's week, like I said, we're grateful to you guys. We love you guys in your wholeness and in your brokenness. But in those your wholeness and brokenness,
Please.
treat us
Treat
right.
us right. I agree.
Treat us right.
Patience.
From this end, I'll be like, you know when you see a good woman looking beautiful and looking happy, it's because of the way the man treats her. And if you travel abroad, she will not leave you. She'll still be that beautiful. So treat them right. There's nothing that beats treating people right, whether your wife or your husband. Do right.
I agree. So, as a matter of fact, they've said it all. In fact, we have said it all. Treat your partner right, treat your neighbors right, treat your children right. When they leave the domain, they wouldn't forget.
Yes.
This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Chit Chat. On behalf of the entire crew, my name is Chiwe Nwokocha. Till I see you again next week, bye for now.
Bye.